So here I am, just over 4 months since I started posting to my YouTube channel, and I'm fully monetized. How to do it? Well, I'll tell you right now, it was not luck. It was many, many, many late nights running on fumes and Red Bull, doing things, just going about them in ways that I probably shouldn't have done. Moments I felt really discouraged, and then one interesting turning point that involved me barefoot, standing out in the dark in the rain. Stick around and I'll walk you through exactly what happened, what worked, what didn't, and the lessons that would have been nice to learn a little bit sooner. Before I get into all that though, I have got to say some thank yous. So if you've ever watched, liked, commented, or shared anything I put out, thank you. Seriously, I would not be here telling the story without you. And to my family, my friends, my little boy Noah, thank you all so much for all your support and advice, and for being patient while I basically lived and breathed YouTube for months. I appreciate you all more than you know. Okay, so might as well get to the part where I admit I started things off pretty completely wrong. I literally came out of the gate like I'd been running this giant YouTube channel already for years, posting a bunch of shorts, covering way too many topics. I was literally doing, goodness, it was crazy. Just videos. It was almost 30 videos a week. It was just way too much. I was putting in 15 to 17 hours every single day of extremely intense work, thinking that this is how you make it, this is how you win on YouTube. The result though, I ended up exhausted, and hardly anyone was even seeing my stuff. So it was like all of that work for maybe 20 views on a good day. And here's the truth, guys. YouTube does reward consistency, but not burnout, okay? There's a difference. In the beginning, you really need to focus on what's sustainable, not what's going to break you, okay? So here's what I learned. Make a plan. Come up with a plan that you can really actually keep up with long term. And for a lot of people, that's going to be 1 to 3 videos a week with some shorts in between. And shorts, oh my gosh, shorts, by the way, absolutely amazing for getting your channel seen. So don't skip on them. They're not as powerful for watch time, towards monetization or anything. They count in a different way, but they're perfect for pulling in new subscribers. And you can even remix your long videos into shorts. You can link your shorts back to the videos. That's exactly what I do to bring more viewers back to them. And then once you hit 50 subscribers, I'm telling you, you gotta start going live sometimes as well. Lives have overall been probably the biggest growth tool for both subscribers and watch time for me. But now I want to tell you about something a lot of new creators overlook, and this has been huge, okay? Community. I started connecting with other YouTubers, most of them who were doing similar content to me. I'd watch their videos, leave real comments, show up to their lives, not just once, but consistently. And over time, we built this little group of people who genuinely support each other. Look, one night, I was just hanging out in a friend's live, and someone on there mentioned I was only a few subscribers away from 1,000. That 1,000, which was the last thing I needed to get fully monetized. And the whole chat just jumped in. Everyone was telling everyone, oh, go subscribe to Kathleen Diane's channel. Like, everybody was doing it suddenly. And that night, I crossed the line. I mean, I went from not being monetized to fully monetized in just a couple minutes. I mean, it was crazy. That's the power of community. But I'll be honest, I almost really messed things up. As I got closer to monetization, I started focusing only on what I thought would get me subscribers, what would make those numbers go up. So I saw that lives were really helping with that. So I kind of switched to only doing lives. I pretty much stopped my videos, wasn't even really doing shorts anymore, and was just pretty much doing pure lives. Okay, so those videos that were part of the OG vision I had for my channel, when I stopped making those, my growth slowed way down, and it actually started going backwards. I would literally wake up in the morning to having lost subscribers overnight and pretty much on a daily basis. But it was weird. I mean, sometimes I'd go ahead and I just make one video or something like I used to about the content that I'd been, interested in and doing it on, and that I really enjoyed making, and things would pick up again. It was like when I get obsessed with the numbers and follow purely what I thought would bring more in and make them higher, it'd basically backfire. And when I'd relax and just focus on what felt right to me, what felt good, what I felt passionate about doing, then boom, the numbers would start rising again. Major lesson learned there. Don't ditch your vision, guys. Don't ditch your vision to just chase numbers. So now for the barefoot and the rain story. So the night before I got monetized, I had been really noticing how, like I said, the more I chased those numbers, the slower things would go, and the more I just followed what really felt good to me, the quicker they would go. And I was really becoming clear on the fact that I needed to just stop that. I needed to just do my thing and let things happen as they may. Okay, so I noticed that it started raining that night, which was really interesting in itself because it was the middle of summer. It wasn't typical for it to be raining at that time, but it started raining. And so what I did? I went outside and I stood in it, barefoot. I just stood there in the rain, in the dark, and I let the water just pour over my face, over my hair. And I said this out loud. I said, I want this. I do. I really want this. But I'm letting go. I'm releasing the need for it to happen right now. For it to happen how and when and as quick as I want. I trust that it'll happen when it's meant to. I surrender. And I really meant that, and I felt that. And I knew in that moment that from that moment on, I was done chasing the numbers. I was going to be chasing my passion, okay? Chasing what felt best to me, what felt good. And so the very next night, without me even asking, that's when my community pulled together and made it all happen. It was really like magic. I remember thinking beforehand that night that I should go live, I should go live and get those last subscribers that I needed, right? Like those thoughts were still there creeping in. But I said no. Remember, I surrendered. I'm relaxing instead. I'm going to take it easy tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to rest tonight. I'm going to do what feels right to me. I'm going to let go of that obsession with the numbers, that obsession with getting monetized, and I'm just going to hop on a couple other people's lives and just support our little community a bit tonight. And that's when it happened. That's when that magic happened. Okay? So this is it, guys. Here's the gold right here in simple terms. Number 1, stay consistent. Stay consistent. But keep it sustainable. That's the key right there. Keep it sustainable. 2, make sure to use a mix of videos and shorts and lives too as you can. Number 3, build a real community with other creators. 4, keep creating content that lights you up inside. Do what feels good to you. And 5, above all, don't stop. Don't quit. I mean, yeah, everyone, your growth might feel slow. You might feel invisible. You might feel like you're putting more time and effort and work into this than you ever have into anything your whole life, and it feels like it's all for nothing. But trust me, your magic moment is coming. You just got to keep going. And one day, you'll be so glad you did.